The tiny town of Kaiser, West Virginia has long struggled with unemployment and poverty, but now it has a new crisis: opioid addiction. 70% of the voters in this town supported President Trump. They're now hoping the president can pull them out of their latest crisis.
President Trump said he's going to open up work for West Virginia, which he did, but he didn't do it for the small towns in the middle of these mountains. He did it for Charleston. He did it for down where the big cities are. We got from 17 to 13 overdosing on drugs. So what are they going to do? They all hang out together and party and get messed up on drugs.
Marcon, well, you know what? Get a roller skating rink or get something in for or jobs for our kids to do. You won't worry about Narcon.
Donald Trump's trying to do, I hope he does for the best of us, but I think he's f***ing us.
Yeah.
The problem is, there's nothing here. The coal mines you was talking about, I remember them days.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yes, I do. They're gone. Kiss that. He's going to do all these jobs. Let's see if he provokes. Then he wants to take health care from the people. I don't go for that.
I started off with Lorcets, and then it grew from Lorcets to Percocets, and then from Percocets to Oxycontins, and it just got to where I needed so much to make it to where I wasn't sick. I gave my mom, she had a brain tumor, and I gave her the medicine that hospice wasn't able to be there to give her. I gave her the medicine that ended up taking her life. I have a lot of guilt from that, and I feel like I killed my mom. I started taking pills about 7 years ago when my mom passed away. But that's a big reason why I started getting really, really heavy into doing what I did. I would wake up in the morning and my first thought would be that I needed to find something, and if I didn't have the money to find something, then I would go ahead and fake an injury, go to the hospital, get a prescription. So I'd go to the street and try and find them, come home and do them, and then be looking for more. It was about 7 years ago. My oldest was about a year old. She would be in the back of the car, or she would be at home with me while my husband was looking for it, or she would be at home with him while I was looking for it. Just me, probably $300 a week. Double it, about $600. His whole check would go to drugs, and then we'd be worried about finding the money to pay our bills. And honestly, I didn't care if I lived or died at that point. They had to go without electric before. They've had to go without water before. They had to go without a mom and a dad that was stable. I love Trump, yeah. Sorry if your views are different, but maybe that was people saying, hey, we need him because we know he'll do something. I hope to God something changes. Just like this. I mean, it's a little step, but it's a step in the right direction.
The majority of the people in West Virginia, it's blue collar. Mm-hmm. It is a blue collar state. We work hard for what we've got, but it's ours. And when you start looking at, you've got people that have done nothing but log timber their entire life, that have done nothing but deep mine or strip mine their entire life. That's what they know. When you go and pull the rug out from underneath of them, what are you left with? Depression. You have no reason to get up in the mornings. West Virginia's been devastated.
I just think it makes me realize how desperate the situation is. I mean, everybody's, acknowledging that there is the opiate epidemic, but until you have it, you know, day-to-day kind of reminders, you don't really realize the extent of it. And I think now it just comes to the point, like, you know, from Mark speaking about the depression in the area, if there's nothing to do, and, you know, the younger generation in particular are bored or, you know, depressed or, you know, want to escape, you know, the home life they came from, they turn to opiates. There is a sense of death, but the irony is a lot of these patients, you know, have told me stories of how they've actually overdosed and had to be brought back with a Narcan, and it has not stopped their use. I think when I had a patient tell me that she had died and she had to be revived and she just was desperate and could not get off the drugs, I think that was the worst for me.
Put something in this town for these children, and watch the crime rate drop in Mineral County,
Guarantee you
Kaiser,
will see it.
and watch
Come
the
down.
drug rate drop. There's nothing better to do but sit in your buddy's house and get high.
We need something to happen in Kaiser.
Right, what he means is
Case closed.